How's it going, everybody? I hope you're having a beautiful day. Today, we're going to be taking a look at two variations of the Pekka Slam attack strategy on sort of the mid-range of players around 5,000. So we're going to be facing some weaker bases, slightly not maxed, but the attacking principles are still the same. So in this version, we're going to be bringing in 5 Pekkas, 1 Bomber. The other variation that is pretty popular and pretty reliable is the 4 Pekkas, 1 Giant, and 1 Bomber. So we'll take a look at that in the next attack. So let's plan first for this base. We want as close to direct pathing to the Mega Tesla as possible. We want to take out these crushers pretty quickly as well. So what I'm saying is that if we come in from the top side, we can take out this double cannon. We should have some walls open to get out the Mega Tesla, and then we can worry about the crushers on the back end. And we'll see what kind of Pekka abilities are still holding on. So what we're going to do here is have our battle machine start to create one side of the funnel on the right hand side. We'll have our bomber open up the wall sections. So then one more Pekka. Do one more Pekka on the other side, and then do one Pekka to kind of roam around the base, and then 2 Pekkas to go into the double cannon. Okay, make that 3 Pekkas since it hit a spring trap. So, gonna have our battle machine ability go off pretty early since we got in range. And now we're watching our bomber very closely. When it has a line to open up the remainder of the base, we want to use it. So we have to wait here a little bit. I think we'll use number 2 ability. And then I think we'll use... probably don't need to use an ability. We can just save it. Yeah, we'll eat the bullet, take that crusher hit, and as you can see, we have our 3 Pekkas still alive and a bomber. Now the thing to consider with this strategy is to keep your bomber alive. If you can protect your bomber, you don't have to bring another bomber on the second stage. If your bomber goes down, you kind of have to bring one because you need to get through the walls with the Pekkas. So, as long as your bomber survives, I think you're pretty much okay. And as long as you have 2 kind of tanks, either 2 Pekkas with abilities, or if you have 1 Pekka with an ability and 1 battle machine, that kind of works out. So in this case, we are forced to use our battle chopper. So what you want to do is you first want to identify a weak point in the base where there is very little air coverage. So I can see there's very little air coverage on this left-hand section of the base. So we'll deploy our battle chopper over there. And then we're going to use one of the cannon carts to try and sometimes clear out one of the... Whoa. Find a bunch of bombs and a Tesla right off the bat. So lucky that was a lower level Tesla. Lower level bombs. But seems to be a popular area to deploy cannon carts. But we want to get our cannon cart some good value. So this cannon cart on its own could technically take out the single cannon and the double cannon before getting in range of the multi-mortar. As long as you're careful with the ranges, the battle chopper takes out the cannon, double cannon, and the lava launcher on the left-hand side. So you can see all we would technically have to worry about is time and this right-hand side. So we are going to send in one of the Pekkas to distract the cannon, open up the walls with the bomber, and send in the other Pekkas. Then we have our hog gliders in so that we can stun some of these defenses. So we did actually lose our cannon cart to another Tesla on the exterior of the base. That is hilarious. So no worries. We have 3 Pekkas. We'll use 1 to take out the Zappies, or at least help take out the Zappies. And we'll use the other hog glider to take out the Tesla on the exterior of the base. And just like that, the entire base is gone. Pekkas work out very, very well. So next up, we'll be taking a look at using the Giant to have some additional tanking instead of an extra Pekka. And you want to send in your Giant into the highest, most crazily packed high DPS zone that you can. So there's no Mega Tesla on this base, but we've got 2 double cannons and a Giant cannon. We might even get in range of the arch towers with our Giant on this right-hand side. So that is definitely a very good spot to use the Giant. We're going to use a bomber, have the ability go off soon, And then we're going to let it charge up. As long as the bomber is out of range, it's better to let it charge up so you can use a second ability, maybe even a third ability if you can get there in time. So what we're going to do is we're going to funnel our Pekkas in off of the army camps. We'll send in the giant now. Battle machine. We'll do the two Pekkas. And once our bomber gets a little bit closer, we'll pop our giant ability so that it's starting to tank a lot of damage. And then we used our bomber ability to get in close to the base. So we'll use number 3 ability here since it's going down. And we actually, we could have used number 2, but we do need 1 and 4 to take out the other crusher. Now our battle machine is fully charged up, so we'll use his ability. And then with this strategy, sometimes your bomber can die out just because you don't have all of the Pekkas out in front. And sometimes your giant actually survives. So again, we're still meeting our minimum goal with having our 2 tanks alive. Unfortunately, we don't have the extra ability, but we did take out a large portion of the base on this first hit. So we'll have to see it on the wall structure on the second layout. And it's not too crazy. It's just one section sort of in the middle. So this is where the cannon carts can really come in clutch and get you a lot of value. So here I honestly think we should bring in 2 cannon carts for the strategy, and then we'll have our battle machine and our Pekka sort of working in to the core of the base, try to take out the zappies and all that good stuff. So there's really nothing that outranges our cannon carts, except for a Tesla there. So we'll just deploy both on the same side. Not as optimal, but we can keep them on mobile mode for a long time because nothing outranges them. We'll move 7 into mortar mode here in a second, because it's just barely going to be in range of the cannon, and we're getting into the range of the Mega Tesla, which is the big threat. So we can take out this cannon, Mega Tesla, and the roaster with these 2 cannon carts, which is a lot of value. So then we only have to worry about these 3 defenses and of course the zappies with our battle machine and our Pekka. So I think the best thing for us to do is probably to start on this top hand side once this roaster goes down with our or we can start the troops now. Oh, and we find a Tesla. Perfect. That spares our cannon carts a little bit longer. And they found another Tesla on the way. Very, very nice. So our cannon carts can really cruise around the base now. And the 2 cannon carts, they should be able to take out the zappies, depending on which way they go. Yeah, they all 3 go to the cannon carts, which is perfect. And now we can send our cannon carts on mobile mode so they can help take out the remainder of the base. Ooh, we just barely are out of tanking ability, so a little bit close. Make sure these cannon carts stay just outside of the range of the cannon. Oh, we hit a push trap. All right, so get down to the last building. Always a little bit close using cannon carts. Always close on time, but I always love to bring a cannon cart on that second stage, even if they only take out 1 defense. A lot of times, if it was an easier first stage, you can see that there is room to wiggle in. So now we're moving on to another base. We can see there's a lot of compartments on this top side, so it may be worth it to break in from one of those sides. Got a back end crusher, which is interesting, and a back end double cannon. So what I'm thinking is we can even switch it up a little bit more too. So because there's not too much damage that's going to be hit with a giant. So if the damage is going to be light on your entry, it is better to use either another Pekka or another supporting troop on the back end. So I think if we bring in some hog gliders, stun up this double cannon, they can even hop over to the arch tower. That should be pretty good. So we do want to start with the bomber. Try to open up as much of the base as possible. We'll let it charge up here for a little bit on the gold storage. Hopefully get another ability off That would be a very nice bounce. So now we can deploy the battle machine. Start funneling the right-hand side. Then we're going to be sending all of our Pekkas into the core. 2 over there. And we want to send in 2 over here. So they should all funnel into the base. Should be perfect. Very, very nice. Hitting some push traps, unfortunately. Getting some pesky. What do we have? We are 1 and 2. Can use both their abilities to take out the Mega Tesla. Very nice. And now the double cannon is starting to cause some issues. So we will stun it up with the Hog Gliders. Now 1 and 2 are potentially going to die to the Crusher, which is a little bit unfortunate. Maybe. 1 might survive. Ooh, it activates the ability, and then all of our Pekkas are over there, and they just barely take it out before it comes down again. So very nice timing. We also have 2 Hogs cruising around the base, helping out. And we still have our Bomber still alive, which helps out a lot. So Pekkas work out very, very well versus poor layouts or under-leveled bases. Same with Baby Dragons as well. Always love to shout them out. But the Pekkas, you have to be very specific with them if you're facing maxed out bases. So just keep that in mind. Since we have our Hogs, I think we could get some pretty good value with our cannon carts. So we have our Bomber to break into the core of the base. A couple of Pekkas on the battle machine, which are nice. But we can definitely start to clear a massive portion of the base with these cannon carts. We can see this number 8 cannon cart will take out all of these defenses. Of course, this cannon is being upgraded, which is perfect. Perfect for us. Always love to see upgrades. Means for an easier attack, and a lot of times it's just easier to learn strategies if you're new to them as well. So we shall see. We do have to move 7 slightly. Now it should be in range of the double cannon and the Crusher. Once those go down, we can start our attack. Always good to start your attacks with around like a minute, 20 seconds left, a minute left, depending on the amount of troops and the positioning of them. Because you don't want to run out of time. So once the battle machine tanks for the cannon, we'll send in that one. Send in the Pekkas. Then we can send in the Hogs wherever just to assist, just to distract. And then number 7 can be moved in a little bit closer. Can potentially take out the other double cannon. We will use, I think, number 3 ability, take out the Zappies, or some of the Zappies. Use number 4, take out the cannon and the Tesla. And then the last Pekka takes out the Tesla. We do have some of the army camps still alive. Those should be taken out momentarily, but as you can see, got 3 6-stars in a row. You know, lower in the mid levels of ranges, but it allows you to practice and perfect your attack strategies. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed. There's a couple more videos on the screen if you want to keep on watching. And until next time, take care.